Hello, Project Catalyst community. This is a milestone um, completion report. Today we are talking about milestone 3 for my Catalyst Research and Folder 2 Fund 9 proposal. I think that's what it's called, right? Yes, this guy, Catalyst Research and Folder Tool. So, uh, the objective of this is to add some social features. And the whole idea is to encourage community participation in whatever levels they feel comfortable. So offer multiple options, and then people can jump in where they want to jump in. Um, Also, people who are digging into the data, a big part of this too was a way for them to be able to share what it is they're finding. If you're going to make a tweet, a link and a screenshot and a link, people to actually see the source information goes a long way in the conversation. So there are some bullet points here. We will just go through them, each one, and do a little demo. So create the ability to save and share your current search. This actually was just a byproduct of how we redid the entire we rewrote the entire app for the Catalyst Explorer, give it a brand new logo and everything. It's been a fun project. So that was milestone 1, just redoing the whole app basically and making it much faster. One side effect that came out of that, which satisfied the milestone 3 objective, is sharing your search. Now, when you search, as soon as you engage with the search, anything you do is represented in a URL. The URL is changing as you are engaging with the search. So actually, for example, I just searched up my proposal, right? Because that was represented in the URL. If I hit back, it took me right back to that search. So this whole thing is being rebuilt based off of what's in the URL. So I could grab this, I could open a new window, a new browser window, share that with a friend, and they will open exactly what I was looking at. So that is sharing your current search. That is the thing. Creating bookmarks that can be named and shared, uh, right? So this is something we just actually finished yesterday. Um, this page will have a public component, but for now it doesn't. This is reading data that's in your browser. So if you have bookmarks, this is where all your bookmarks will be. Um, but to add a bookmark, maybe let's see, what do we want to look for here? Maybe we want to compile all of Cardano infrastructure projects that were funded, and this is obviously subjective, so you want to compile what you consider a Cardano infrastructure project. You can go in here and name it whatever you want. So this is also useful for doing voting, right? You could call this F10 pick list if you wanted to, right? Or you could call it Cardano infrastructure projects. And then you click it, it will create it. So if you see what I did there, let's just do that again. So now all the ones that you've created are in here. But to create a new one, you just type it out. Either you select one that you've created before, or you can write a new name here for your bookmark. So we will say, Fontaine pick list for the fun of it. Now I just created it. If you're wondering what happened with the colors here, it picks a random color for the bookmark. That is something we're experimenting with as far as some of the social features. And also, if you notice, this login thing is here. You do not have to log in. The Catalyst Explorer does support logging in. When you log in, you can do a bunch of cool things like manage your proposals. I will just show that again real quick. You can manage all of the Catalyst profiles that you have. You can manage your proposals. You can manage your teams and groups that you're part of. You can add new groups. With the proposal, you can do things like there's links. You can add a Git repo if that's the kind of proposal you have, or there are shortcuts to all of the monthly report and a handy dandy project ID that you need to put into these reports. Um, so um, among besides all of that, there will be specific features around bookmarks for if you are logged in. But we did want to remove any sort of barrier from people creating bookmarks, specifically during voting time, creating pick list. So you don't have to log in. If you're not logged in, all of this information will only be in this browser and on this device that you are on, right? So, and you won't be able to add anything to it unless you're on this device. If you are logged in, then we will save that information for you and you will be able to edit your bookmarks on any computer you're on. So that's one of the feature for if you're logged in. And then other fancy feature will come later, like being able to pick what color this is. And we did the color thing just to help you, maybe you have shades of green, that's different buckets of proposal with subcategories. I don't know how people will use this as their research tool, but we thought the color would be a fun thing to add. Let's add some more. Let's add some more infrastructure proposals. Uh, the world according to Darlington. Infrastructure proposals. What are these? Huh. Interesting. This looks like infrastructure, maybe. You're going to add that. Uh, what else do we have in here for infrastructure? That looks like infrastructure, I think. So you can see if you've already added it to a list, it will be grayed out so that way um, you don't have duplicates in your list. And then of course, the bookmark icon changes if this proposal is in any of your bookmarks. And this is just unique to you, not other people's. Let's see. That looks like infrastructure to me. We'll stop here. So once you do have your bookmarks, again, they will all show up on the bookmarks, and this is just reading your browser storage, much like the way wallets like Eternal and Nami works. It's all being stored in your browser. At least a copy is, and then we also store a copy on our servers because you can then go and take this and share it with other people. So you can create a pick list, you can post it on Twitter, you can share it, and people will be able to open it. They won't be able to manage it because it won't be in your browser, so they couldn't add anything to it. It would just be anonymously shared, and they can just look at it basically. And as long as you're on your computer here, you will be able to manage this and add more stuff to it, including you can download this list. So you can download this. It will give you a CSV that you can then go do whatever you want to do with it. Maybe you want to, I don't know, back it up, put it into other tools, do other types of analysis. So you can see this is the spreadsheet that it gives you. Basically, all the proposal information, what fund, the challenge, the amount. We have this stuff in here. If that proposal is funded, obviously this would be 0 if it's not funded status and all this good stuff if we have it, right? If we have any of this information, it will populate. If we don't, it will be blank like these. We should have those. Moving on, we'll close up that CSV file. Now the thing with this milestone, the goal was to be able to, okay, so we said this, you can create bookmarks that can be named and shared. Um, you can create a voting list, so just call it pick list. I think maybe doing voting will create a shortcut that would just name it that for you. But just call it pick list and voila, you have it. Oh, the rationales. Let me demo that. So when you are adding proposals to a list, oh shoot, I did that too fast. I guess that would be a good lesson. Oh, this looks like infrastructure. So before you click this, because once you click it, it adds it to the list. You can add a rationale or you can add a note. Um, it would be cool to see parents on Cardano. You can add it and it will save that information. If you look at it, it will show you what you add in there. And then when you share this, that will happen. So this is during voting time. This will be used as your a space for your rationale. Huh. So we did that, and then the ability to export and import pick lists that are compatible with other tools. So we didn't do this. We didn't have the import. We still have export, just for your record, but the AIM tool no longer has that export input functionality. um, the Catalyst app has not committed to supporting export import functionality. So we decided not to add any sort of import feature until they support that. So we can be sure we agree on a spec and what's getting imported, and so we don't have to do the work twice basically. Um, so you can just export for now. And then of course, all of your information is saved in your browser, and if you're signed in, it is saved to your account. Um, and actually, the export feature, it works not just in bookmarks, but in search too, right? So if you search for someone or category, you go through and filter however you want to filter. You will see this download button appears, and you can download Microsoft Excel, CSV, TSV, ODS for the what is the Open Office platform, or the regular um, XLS. I think this is an older version of Microsoft Excel too, maybe. But yes, anyways, you can download your current search that you're looking at right now. So it will download all 25 items. So that is a wrap. We've demoed the ability to save your current search and share that, the ability to create proposals, the ability to use that bookmark to create bookmarks, the ability to use that bookmarks functionality for creating pick lists during voting time with rationales. And then, of course, you can export your list, your bookmarks. Um, we are committed to having compatibility with other tools, implement import export functionality. We will add support to it. That's all for today. Thank you again for supporting the Catalyst Explorer. Check it out. If you haven't claimed your profile yet, uh, that is something you can do. Go ahead and claim your profile, create a login to be able to engage with Catalyst data um, in a more personal way. Okie dokie. Till next time.